What up, Hurricane fans? Once again, it's rivalry week, and we have a big one this Saturday at noon on ESPN against the Virginia Tech Hokies in Blacksburg. Now, before I get into that, I wanted to touch on the Tim Burns situation that happened earlier this week. As many of you, I'm sure, know, Tim Burns, who is a three-star cornerback out of Miami Northwestern High School. He's one of the four total commits that we have from Miami Northwestern at this very moment for the 2021 class. He is one of those players that committed to Miami very early. He's shown nothing but loyalty to the program. He loves the Miami program. But he this week decommitted, and there were rumors swirling about what it was. Did we drop him? Did he not want to compete, or all this other nonsense that you hear, when really nobody can read the kid's mind. Nobody really knows. The general consensus, the most popular opinion, is that Miami did basically end up dropping him from the class. I would think Manny Diaz's goal here, if that is what happened, is to really upgrade that position, and I don't blame him for wanting to do that. He, I'm sure, wants to bring in the best talent at every position, and that is one position that we've been lacking as far as star power. When you look at star ratings on Rivals or 247, that is one of the few positions that we just have not been landing the top guys. We have at other positions like defensive end, running back, more recently was at safety with James Williams and Cam Kinchens. Vontae Williams, certain positions we've done it, but others we haven't, and cornerback is one of those positions. So Manny Diaz has shown over the past couple of years that there is kind of a method to what he does, and he usually has a plan when it comes to recruiting and building the roster, whether it's by traditional methods or by using the transfer portal. He always seems to have a plan. So I do trust that. I, however, am not crazy about cutting ties with a kid that's been so loyal to you. And while, he may be a 3-star rated kid, but kid plays hard. I've seen clips of him, very good corner, a bit undersized, but that's something you can always add muscle. He's 5'10", he's not too short, so that's a guy that you can develop. He's a local kid, great speed. I don't know. I feel like you could have hung on to him and not potentially burned a bridge with not just him, but maybe other Miami Northwestern commits that we have, or other players moving forward. So I think they're kind of playing a dangerous game here if that's the case, rolling the dice and holding out for better talent. Obviously, Coach Diaz knows things that we don't know, so maybe we see a couple of big commitment announcements on the horizon. I'm sure fans will feel a lot better if we land a big-time 4-star corner. All of a sudden, they're not even talking about Tim Burns anymore. Unfortunately, that's the business of college football recruiting. So Manny Diaz, I'm sure, has a plan. I'm just saying he better execute that plan, because this is a bit of a dice roll. Anyways, back to Virginia Tech. Again, rivalry week, and I don't care who Virginia Tech lost to last week. I don't care if they lost to freaking FAMU, okay? It's still Virginia Tech. It's still a rivalry. It's still in Blacksburg, even if there's no people there, and it should be treated as such. This is a huge game and a chance for us to go 7-1, which looks a lot better than 6-2. Justin Fuente, now in his 5th season with Virginia Tech, has had kind of an up and down career. He is now 2-2 in his career versus Miami, and we all remember what happened last year. He came into Hard Rock Stadium with Virginia Tech 2-2, Miami 2-2, both teams kind of struggling, and Justin Fuente at the time was very much on the hot seat, if we all remember. And of course, they're able to get that huge win against us and right the ship, and all of a sudden, Virginia Tech ends up having a pretty solid 2019 season after a shaky start. Well, here we are again, facing a struggling Virginia Tech team. Justin Fuente's on the hot seat. Do we have it in us? Do we have that killer instinct to stomp on a struggling team and just finish them off? Virginia Tech's pass defense, well, their defense in total allows nearly 500 yards per game on average. So I think De'Aaron King will continue right where he left off. Now, their offense, however, also averages almost 500 yards a game. So their defense gives up a lot, but their offense actually scores a lot. Two big reasons for that is their running back, Khalil Herbert. He almost has 1,000 yards only 7 games into the season, and he's averaging 8.4 yards a carry. All right, so that's definitely a guy to watch out for, and definitely a guy we need to contain, as well as Hendon Hooker, of course. Last year against us, he was 10 for 20 for 184 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. But again, we spotted them, amazing field position, and he really didn't have to do a whole lot, especially in the first half of that game. And also ran for 76 yards. If we can contain him and contain Khalil Herbert and at least make them beat us through the air, we can slow down their offense enough that getting the win in Blacksburg shouldn't be too big of an issue. A few other keys to victory, though, besides what I just mentioned. Number one, obviously, contain Hendon Hooker, contain Khalil Herbert, make him beat us through the air. Big factors in that are going to be the linebacking core and the secondary. Now, I ripped apart the secondary on my video recap last week after NC State, and they deserved it. They played absolutely horrible. That was their worst game probably all season, and I know they can do better. I've seen these guys play much better than that. I don't know if it's a Blake Baker thing or them. I put the blame more on the players because there's a lot of upperclassmen in that secondary. So I want to see some improved play. If they have any pride whatsoever after what happened last year, they're going to come out swinging, and I hope they do. And I really need to see, I've said this a few times in my videos, I really need to see Corey Flagg starting at middle linebacker. I do not want to see Zach McLeod out there anymore. If Corey Flagg is not on the COVID list anymore, he better be on the field, as well as Sam Brooks. I want to see Corey Flagg starting, and I want to see Sam Brooks at least getting 50% of the snaps of the game. Those are our two most athletic guys, and defending against the RPO and against a scrambling quarterback, linebacker is going to be key. We cannot be caught out of position, stepping the wrong way, being a step behind. That's going to make for big plays for them, and we can't allow that. And key to victory number 2, Rhett Lashley, keep doing what you're doing. The play calling last week was fantastic. I loved it. He did everything at least I wanted him to do. More passing on first down, more aggressive, having De'Aaron King run a lot more on read options. I've been wanting that all season. He finally got the message, it looks like. And look what happened. De'Aaron King had the best game probably of his entire college career. So I want to see more of that. More aggressiveness on first down, no more playing behind the sticks. And if you do that, I think that'll open up the running game. Use the pass to open up the run. And also, I need to see a lot more Don Chaney. I think he's our best running back. And not that I don't like Cam Harris. I thought he had a nice bounce back game last week, but I need to see more of Don Chaney. He's our most well-rounded, quickest, most explosive big play running back. He's got to be getting a lot more carries, in my opinion. We're at that point in the season where I don't care if you're a freshman anymore. If you're better, you're starting. Okay? And that's pretty much it for me as far as keys to victory. My prediction for this game, I think it's going to be similar to last week, but not quite as high scoring. I think Miami wins this game 34-29. All right? I think we win by 5. Right now, last I checked, we are 1.5 point or 2 point underdogs. Understandable, it's in Blacksburg. Justin Fuentes proven to be a very good game planner against Miami. I think Miami comes out on top, though. I think De'Aaron King, if he stays on this role, and if we get Brevin Jordan back, even more so, I think our offense is going to be too difficult to stop for that defense. All right? That's it for me, guys. Hope you all enjoy the game. Hope we get that W and get to 7-1. As always, it's all about the U. Go Canes.